Hello guys, welcome back. This is African Minute. World Cup as well. I'm working my Tanzania jersey, you know what I mean? And I'm not even Tanzanian. You know what I'm saying? Just a part of the continent, I love the jersey. It's beautiful, the colors, I'm rocking that right now. And so this video is from our sister, Wongel Zelalem, American professor, just told the most dangerous lie about Africa. You know what I mean? Let's jump in, guys.
Why are some people suddenly trying to rewrite colonial history? It's a question worth asking.
Wasn't King Leopold like a real? I mean, my conception, he's a real, just a true nasty son of a. He's like chop off.
No, all wrong. In fact, I have an article. One of the chapters is called "In Defense of Leopold's Congo." Now, King Leopold's Congo managed to create a railway up into the central part of the country and certain amount of stability by stopping slave trading and intertribal warfare with a very thin amount of people, very few, right? Still vastly unexplored. And as a result of that, population probably slightly increased. Maybe there was a decrease because of the rise of sleeping sickness and some endemic diseases that were coming in. But basically,
That man is crazy. Straight up lying. The population increasing? Are you crazy? Population increasing. Ending of the inter-tribal warfare. What the hell are you talking about? That never was the case. The Congo Empire has the greatest civilization, empire, kingdom on the planet. And there were billions of people. Healthy people living together, exchanging, cultural exchange, economic exchange, no disease. You guys broke all those things in there. Those people are crazy. I'm asking myself, why do we even listen to those people? Get what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is crazy. Straight up lying.
it was an amazingly positive contribution to the people of the Congo.
Okay, now that you've heard some BS, let's debunk this. Leopold II is widely regarded by historians as one of the most brutal colonial rulers in modern history because of what happened in the Democratic Republic of the Congo during his personal rule over the Congo Free State from 1885 to 1908. One of the atrocities historically associated with his regime was forced labor and robber terror. Leopold turned the Congo into a massive forced labor colony focused on extracting rubber and ivory.
Facts.
Congolese people were forced to meet impossible rubber quotas. Villages that failed to produce enough rubber were often burned down, attacked by soldiers, starved, or had hostages taken. Men were forced deep into forests for weeks, collecting rubber while families suffered back home. There were mass killings during Leopold II. The colonial army, known as the Force Publique, used extreme violence to terrorize the population into obedience. Historical records describe, and I'll say this again, historical records show that there were executions, massacres, public beatings, and killings of civilians. Some historians estimate that millions of Congolese died during Leopold's rule due to murder, famine, disease, overwork, and population collapse. Estimates vary widely, but many commonly cite figures around 10 million deaths, though exact numbers remain debated among scholars. The debate is not that people didn't lose their lives. The debate is that whether it's 10 million or above 10 million. One of the cruel ways King Leopold II treated Congolese people was through cutting off hands, which there's pictures and images, and scholars and historians back this up because this didn't happen 1,000 years ago. It happened recently, and we have evidence, even though some people want to rewrite history. One of the most infamous symbols of Leopold's cruelty in Congo was that soldiers were required to account for bullets used during operations to prove bullets had not been wasted. Soldiers often cut off the hands of dead victims. In many documented cases, hands were also cut off from living people as punishment or terror. Photographs from that era shocked the world and became evidence in international campaigns against Leopold's rule. Oh, but that's not the only thing. Hostages were being taken. Colonial agents regularly kidnapped women and children to force villages to meet rubber quotas. Families were imprisoned until the men returned with enough rubber. Many hostages died from abuse, starvation, or disease. But there was one thing different about King Leopold II when you compare it with his fellow colonizers. Unlike many colonies run directly by a state, the Congo Free State was effectively Leopold's private possession.
Facts.
Huge wealth extracted from the Congo funded grand buildings and projects in Belgium, while Congolese people suffered extreme exploitation. While this man is trying to rewrite history, by the way, he is, I believe, a Canadian American professor of some sort. When he's trying to do this, back in the days, his own people, Westerners, and some that have, I don't know, conscience, heart, they are the ones that blew the whistle and pushed for some change to happen. Missionaries, journalists, and activists eventually exposed the atrocities, and one major figure was E.D. Morel, who helped lead an international human rights campaign against Leopold's regime. Roger Casement also documented abuses in what became known as the Casement Report. The global scandal became one of the first major international human rights movements of the 20th century. Yeah, there's evidence, receipts, photographs. People exposed this when it happened. As I said earlier, this didn't happen a long time ago where we didn't have access to what was happening. It was 1908 when the pressure was building on Leopold and Belgium. So, it's like, what, yesterday? So this man wants to convince us and the world that it was not that bad. Actually, it might have been a good thing, right? He brought some kind of civilization to the Democratic Republic of Congo or that region for that matter. Be very careful with people that are trying to rewrite history, especially history that did not belong to them, history that is ours, and they want to tell us or they want to tell the victims that it was not that bad. Understanding what happened in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and across Africa during colonialism is important, not because people should live in hatred or revenge, but because truth matters. Historical truth shapes how societies understand themselves, their struggles, and their future. But you know what the funny thing is? When it comes to other atrocities that happen somewhere else in the world, and we all know which ones, they are respected, they are
Facts.
talked about, they are seen as atrocities. That shouldn't have happened
As humans.
to a people. But when it comes to Africans, it's a different story. You should get over it. It was not that bad. This thought process is harmful because, for one, history needs to be remembered the way it happened. Truth matters because it will determine your future, but also it helps explain why we are where we are in the present day.
True.
Anyways, fam, let me know down below what your thoughts are about this rewriting history.
Thank you, Mama. Yeah, go check her channel. One Girls LLM. She's one of our sisters, doing a good job out there, showcasing what's going on in Africa as well, and in the world. Yeah, everything she says is facts, all facts. And I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of them changing history to suit them. And we should keep doing what we need to do. Remember our history, telling our history. teaching our kids, our families, our friends about what happened to us in the past. Because if we do not do that, chances are this thing's gonna repeat itself again and again. You know what I'm saying? That's sad. That's a crazy story. That hurt a lot, you know? I'm from, my background is from Angola. And we all know that Angola was the center, the headquarters of the Congo Empire. And the Congo Empire was all the Central Africa till some part of Cameroon and the country that we call now Central Africa as well. And all these two Congos, you know, huge empire, beautiful architectures, beautiful people, beautiful civilization. You know what the Portuguese came there? They brought. They say we never seen such beautiful cities. And for them, Amsterdam was, back in the day, the most beautiful, cleanest city in Europe. And the Portuguese said we never saw something like that. It's way beautiful, way better, well put together than Amsterdam. The streets are lined up. Trees, both sides. Houses, 2 stairs, 2, 3 floors. You should read those things. It's beautiful. And another thing I'm tired as well is that every time they saw Africa back in the day, instead of showcasing the architectural houses from back in the day, they show us the hard mud, stuff like that. And even black people do that. And I'm against that because those were not our typical houses. You know what I mean? Those were houses that started to be built when Africans started to go away from slavery. You know, they didn't have time to build a proper house, so they started to build those mud houses, whatever you call it. You know, just to spend the night, to spend 2-3 days before continuing to go away from a European that were catching them up to put them in slavery. You get what I'm saying? So those are not all houses. I may do a video about that. We have typical African houses from each empire, each civilization, 2 to 3 floors. We have all those things. But we keep showcasing the hard mud, stuff like that, you know, as if it was our house. And the Western people, they do the same. Every time they want to shame us, they tell us, oh, your ancestors used to live in one house. No, that's not true. Is like if we showcase them, the houses that the low class, the poor people were living in ancient Roman Empire, instead of showcasing that where the elite used to live in the ancient Roman Empire, in ancient Greece, in ancient Europe. Poor people used to live in the, you know, different type of houses. But for them, they never showcase those low class, low whatever houses as being their main house from their civilization. But for us, they do that. Oh, the mud house, you used to live there. No, that's not true. That's not true. So, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, comment below, and a shout out to our mama. One girl ZLM for the video, and yeah, guys, like I say all the time, one family, different lineage, one tree, different branches. So take care of you and your family. Till next time, peace out.